Hello, hello. Hi, Dan. Okie Doki Literature Club, indeed. Hi, hi, hi. Happy Halloween. So it said that this game is scary, or at least psychologically scarring. I've set it to mature stream because it does come with trauma warnings. Just said I'm calling them trauma warning rather than trigger warning because I don't like the word trigger. So, you know, got some trauma warnings, some sensitive topics. I believe it does give you a heads up, but I'm giving everyone a heads up. This was requested by Jessie. Oh my, I'm doing a game quest. Doing a game request. Also, I have Woofy. I am a Woofy today. Hopefully it looks cool. It doesn't look as cool as Kara. Kara always looks cool. But today I am Woofy. So yeah, I've been thinking about challenges for Extra Life, and there's some interesting ones that I could do. And if I fail, penalty, do a penalty type thing. So I'm going to think about how I can have those set up. So yeah, but hello, Dan. How are you doing this fine Halloween? We are going to play Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, because it is the extended super duper something spooky edition. I don't know. This is the version that's on Xbox, so this is what we're playing. Right. Hello. Did my controller go to sleep? No, it's slow to respond. Bear with me. You just got home with dog food and donuts, so Milo is going to be happy today. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Your definition of easily disturbed may vary. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. You have been warned. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. Can I do both? I'm not dressed as a wildling. I'm a woof. Woofy, see? Woofy is. Rawr. I have paws. Rawr. Rawr. Woofy. Hi, Leaky. Okay, so do we do detailed content warnings? Do we enable content warnings? Well, I mean, we should enable content warnings in-game. I want to see what they're like. I know there's no Woofy emote. The bear will have to do. So, would people like to see detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? We know that there are content warnings in this. And this Woofy is slightly fuzzy, so... Okay. In-game, but not spoiler. Okay, cool. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you've noted the game's age rating in your region. I believe it's 18 plus, so any kids, sorry, not for you. You consent to your exposure, highly disturbing content. Thank you for the host, Mr. Coolness. Right, I agree. We are all adults here. Hopefully we get to the settings at some point. Thank you for the host, Leaky. Aha, we get settings first. Okay, that feels a little loud. I'm just gonna turn that down for now. Okay, right, so, okay. Music volume. Let's rebalance that. Right, let's enable enable content warnings, and increase the dialogue box size. Yes! Highly disturbing content! Let's host a stream! Okay, so we've got content warnings enabled and the dialogue box is turned up. Okay, we're in English and we're not skipping anything. Okay, we've enabled content warnings. We've given our dialogue box size a little bigger because for some reason it's always really tiny and I can never see it. What's the ratio of my voice to the music? Does the music need to be higher or lower? I'm going to go off this that this is not voiced, so I will have voice. I am tired. One of these days we'll have an actual game. Right, I'm going to turn it down on my side because it is loud on my side, but there we go. One of these days we'll actually have a goddamn voice thingy-majiggy. Well, I don't think they're enabled by default. And based off the other settings, so if I go here, skip unseen text, it's generally turned off. So I'm going to go with it's definitely enabled. Based off, you know, yeah, that looks silly. Based off inference. We're going to go with that. Right, okay, new game. Please enter your name. Joe. I'm going to be Joe. This is going to make it even more disturbing if it's my name in the game, isn't it? Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Okay, the floppy bits of the wolfie are going to get annoying. Are going to get slightly annoying. Can everyone see my ears? Because they're kind of cute. I just need to get my hair away. Right. There we go. Woofy. Will it look okay? It feels like it's slightly blurry. Pause. Okay. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I always feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswork and let Sayuri catch up to me. Hi! Hi. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Joe. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Joe, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along. She's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. It's a NEET. In a few years because you're not used to the real world. Trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Okay, not gonna explain NEET. Because a NEET. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent for her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Hi, Jessie! I's doing a request. I get a gold star. It said it was psychological horror. And you know, it's Halloween. And I'm completely thrown off by the extra hour. But yes, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Oh, and Leaky, I think I got the sound thingy working. I think I got the sound thingy working, which reminds me. I'm going to test it. Okay, Google no, Bing has disturbing gargoyles in the background. Okay. Yes, even if she does exaggerate it. Ah, not in employment, education, or training. I'm not late. It's 12 minutes past 3. So what does going to a club have to do with being employed? That's weird. That's really weird. Hang on a minute. That's just odd. Okay. $61687. Gonna round some things up. 13. Okay. Don't join a club. Well, okay. Oh, I need to join a club. Sorry, I'm enjoying the music. Fine, we'll join a club. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Okay. Short and sweet. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. How's everyone doing? Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Interesting. Undertale. I still need to play Undertale. Yeah, I'm not waiting around. I'm trying to do a thing. I'm trying to do a thing and failing miserably because I collected the wrong information. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. You need a genocide run? That sounds scary.
A small donation to keep the wolf from the me.
Did you hear that? Did that come through? Please tell me that worked. I was just trying to do the same thing myself. Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had the output device set to default, which was, or set to like my thingy. Very polite British voice. Yeah, I was trying to make it round up, and you went and did that. Now we're up by 13 cents. Can I just donate 13 cents? Which is what I was trying to do, and then I selected the wrong thing, and I'm trying to do it with one hand. No, it has to. Okay, fine. All right, fine. I'm going to do that then. Yes. Seems troubling given transaction fees. What? I selected the British one because, well, you know, I thought I'd differentiate from the one Jesse uses, and also that one appealed to me. Yeah, no, I know. But I was what I was trying to do was I was trying to test the thing, and then Linky went and tested it first. But yes. There we go. Right, that should also work. I've got it to come out on my computer and also on stream, because that was the problem. That was why I had to change the output device for the monitoring, because I couldn't hear it. So I didn't know if it was working.
Rounding up to test. Hi stream.
Okay, except I think it's possibly coming through my mic as well. Did that sound like it was echoing? Because I think my mic picked up on it. I'm not sure. Right, anyway. I finished rounding things up. It was out by like 13 cents, you see, so I had to. There was an echo. Okay, I will turn it down. If I turn the volume down on my computer, that should fix that. There we go. We're sorted now. Right, so the sound works. We got that working. Yeah. Fiddling with settings helps. Okay, we're good. 5 days to go, and at least the sound works. Okie doke, so we're going to go back to the story now. My hair's going to look an absolute mess when I take this off. I don't care. It's cute. Yeah, Sayori must have come in the classroom while I was spacing out. Appropriately, I spaced out while I was trying to get sound things to work. I look around and realise that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I just saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I am 99% certain that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who opposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Oops. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Mizuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she is so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I mean, that tracks. I'd probably sell my soul for a cupcake too, depending on the cupcake. What about you? Anyone else would sell their soul for a cupcake? Hang on. Blah! My hair, I conditioned my hair, so of course it's very shiny and slippery. Could probably do with them. Could probably do with clips. You have a dozen donuts. I had donuts on Friday. They were very good. That's better. I dejectedly follow Zoe across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Hey everyone, the new member is here! Yeah, it's hard being a wolf. Well, yeah, it's fine. It's just the dangly bits, and I keep on whapping it, and then it knocks it off my head, and then it slides. I told you don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. I'm a boy? Apparently I'm a boy. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, Joe, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? I mean, I am watching Once Upon a Time. I could totally be red. Would need longer hair. Already marked it as mature, Jesse. Already marked it as mature, but not because of that. Because it comes with content warnings. You want to say something? Say it. Sorry. Nazuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Nazuki. Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Nazuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Joe. Monica smiles sweetly. Wow, we do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, You too, Monica. Come sit down, Joe. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. It feels a little disingenuous to let me choose my name, but not tell me that I'm a boy. I would have done possibly a slightly different voice. I could have been Scottish. Someone else is going to have to be Scottish. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Whoa! And browser capture.
Requesting minimum 1 hour of Undertale for extra life.
can do that. Sorry, I haven't turned the computer down yet, so I had to mute it when it started talking. Because the cheering doesn't get picked up, but the voice does. Thank you very much, Dan. I will add Undertale to the list. Appreciate you letting me know ahead of time so I can set up a start screen for it. If anyone does have any things that they want to request, you can let me know so I can set up a start screen. You don't have to donate, you can donate on the day, but do let me know so I can be prepared. Because I like being prepared. But yes, thank you very much. And yes, Undertale. Yes, on my list of games to play. Always love having an excuse to play a game on stream as well. I will probably not go straight into whatever pacifist run Jesse managed to do in his first stream through because I have never played it before. I think, Jesse, you had played it before? Oh, I don't know. I am just going to basically muddle in true Joe fashion. Oh, it's the first run ever for you. Okay, fair enough. It seems like you knew what you were doing. Mind you, it always seems like you know what you're doing in games. So, you know, it's probably not a good indicator. I wonder if I could, because I wonder if I could play a game with the port. Ooh, I could add some challenges for people's channel points. Like, try and play a game while wearing the paws for like 5 minutes or something. Oh, I was going to look into doing voice changer. Ah! You tried to be a pacifist and killed a handful. Hi, Lady Magritte. Well, it doesn't matter whether it matters for achievements or not. I'm just going to set a reminder to voice changer for stream. I had it on there, but I hadn't looked into... I'm fairly certain that my Stream Deck has a thing. Also need to... I set up marbles. I need to test it. I did that. Sorry, just setting up a thing. 5 minute on screen timer for challenge. Because I have an hour timer for yeah, well, I would definitely like the goodest timer. The goodest timer. I shouldn't try and write my to-do list while trying to talk. I would like goodest ending. Goodest ending is good. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I've got a timer for challenges and a timer for games. Timer for challenges and timer for games. And yeah, I think I'm going to set up some stuff for challenges for stuff on channel points because everyone has lots of channel points. I'll possibly do some smaller ones for people that are the goodest timer. It does sound like a novel I would read. Yeah. My brain just froze. I'll set some smaller channel point rewards for people so that if they're new to the stream, figure out like what points they could have so that they could at least request the something. And then set up some ones for people who have been watching slightly longer. And maybe look at voice changey thingies. Just some silly things. Because I think people like the silly things better, you know. And I've got my coconut chocolate bars in case I fail a challenge or what have you. And also, if we hit our goal, maybe I'll just use them for challenges because then at least I will penalty for failing a challenge is eating coconut, which seems like an appropriate... I'm going to be covered in fluff! I'm already covered in fluff. It's like having a cat on my head. I love it though. Ridiculously hard Link to the Past challenge hack. Ooh. Oh, you're gonna have some kind of penalty if you don't do it. Like... Ooh. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm playing Sayonara for, I figured, from like 10 till midnight. And then go into a story time, which I have to find an appropriately cool story to do. But, you know, depending on how I find it, because my hands are doing really well. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've been really good at remembering to put on the cream. And they've not split, so we should have some flexibility. To be able to at least try, like, Sayonara, because it feels like it's more than just, you know, point and clicky game. You want to figure out challenge? No one responded. Oh. There was a question? Could you do a no glitch? Would no glitch be a good challenge? I know that would make Alkesh happy. Struggling for inspiration. I hear you, Dan. I'm terrible at coming up with things. My imagination sometimes needs... Oh, I mean, I probably saw the post and thought I will respond later, and then probably forgot to respond. I do apologise, Jesse. I'll have a look after the stream. I may have to use Joe code rather than actual proper names, because I can never remember the actual names of the things. I think I will post something maybe asking for challenge ideas, possibly. Or game ideas or whatever. Yeah, I vaguely remember seeing it. Don't know why I didn't post. Didn't have any inspiration at the time. It's probably the actual thing. I also need to ask some people if I can request a raid on Friday. I'm hoping Stu is streaming Friday because he has usually quite a few people watching. But anyway. No! Can't share a reason? I probably fell asleep then. You're not good. Oh no. Do you have a guide the raid channel point redemption that I could redeem? I mean, I'm not quite sure who I'm going to raid after my actual live stream ends. Trade? Fine, I'm just gonna get on with story time. Hopefully everyone is doing okay today. I have no idea how it is already Sunday afternoon and I don't know what happened to the weekend. And I even got an extra hour this weekend and I'm just so confused. So, anyway. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the fold off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, it's cute. I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. No, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I want to see the cupcakes, damn it! Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. Oh yeah, Jesse has to wait as well. It happens during his extra live stream, which means that he has to do 25 hours. But yeah, it's always weird because then we're off by 1. Oh god, yeah. And no, then everything's just off by 1 hour for a week while everyone's out of sync. It's confusing because it's like usually Jessie is off by 5 and now well, I mean, you've already almost nearly hit your target, so maybe you should set a milestone for that neon light. Make that. But I don't think you'll have any problem reaching it. So it depends on, you know, what would cause you to, you know, do extra. Sorry, there's a lot of fluff. Loose fluff. You have to... What? It works, Dad? That's why the extra hours at the weekend in the middle of the night, so you get extra sleep. It's not supposed to mean that you have to go into work an hour earlier. If anything, it usually works out with me for a week or so because it feels like I'm going into work an hour later. Oh! New overlays. Nice. Sounds exciting. Sounds very exciting. Okay. Please tell me that you are actually joking, because I cannot tell. And that's not how it works. If that's true, then your boss is an ass. And you should say no. And if you are joking, then okay, but okay, good. Yes, I know, I'm gullible. If you look up gullible in the dictionary, my picture is there. It just, honestly, considering the horror stories that you see on Twitter about people, you know, work and people's bosses. Not my boss, just to be clear. It seemed it could be realistic. So, yes, good, you're joking. Right, okay. You can take Milo for an extra hour walk instead, because if anything, if the extra hour belongs to anyone, it belongs to Milo. This is really good. Thank you, Mitsuki. Why are you thinking it's me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said... Maybe, but not for you, you, dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Extra hour of snuggles. Puppy snuggles. Oh, what I want is I want one of those hats that has the dangly bits, and then you pull the dangly bits, it makes the ears move. Just that would be cute. I wonder if I could get one of those in time for Extra Life. I mean, point and click cat detective game. Yep. Yep. I will definitely play that, Jesse. Also, Mr. Corners requested Little Nightmares, and I think I'm on about chapter 6 or 7. I may have to restart the game and just start from the beginning on stream, because I have no idea what the controls are, or even what I was doing, or what the premise was, so if I could start another save game and not lose my original one, that would be great. You have 115k points. Okay. Well, maybe I'll add like 100k channel point reward for something stupid during Extra Life. And then everyone could use up their channel points. But yeah, no, it's nice for people to actually request games, because if I decide to like make maybe Sunday like channel point request redeem thingies, because it seems like a reasonable. You have that cool 20 questions and no one pushes it. Yeah. I mean, I could do 20 questions. But I don't think anyone particularly, there's nothing particularly that I don't answer that anyone asks. I mean, I was originally saving up for that, and then I was like, but I already know everything I want to know about you. Well, it does ask all the tough questions, yeah. I have to reset my router before Extra Life because it's doing weird things again. So I've got a couple of games I need to buy then before my channel point redeem rewards, but that's okay, as they were on my wish list anyway. But yeah, no, it's nice to have requests, and then I might do a channel in my Discord with all the request stuff in, just to keep a track of them more visibly. Yes, I know. Well, I gift you them, but I can't gift across countries, so, you know. But yeah. I'm gonna end up getting woofer up my nose. Okay. Dismiss the conversation. You returns to the table carrying a tea set. I want to get to the murder or horror or whatever, because at the moment we're having very cute cat cakes and they're not showing me the cake. To be fair, I only request Dadish 2 because it sounded like you'd already bought Dadish 2. I misheard, obviously, because I think what you were saying was there wasn't a bundle, so you hadn't got them together. I was tired, but it seemed like they real short work of Dadish 1, and it was challenging enough that it wasn't a silly platformer request. It wasn't like whatever an easy platformer is, but it also wasn't maybe like Action Hank levels of viciousness. So I figure, you know, I want to see you do well on the stream and enjoy yourself and not be fiendishly frustrated. Have you finished Celeste yet? I feel like I haven't seen you play that for a while, but I'm not sure that you finished everything. Oh, you did that. Okay, cool. Right, okay. They're not going to show me the cat cakes. I'm very sad about this. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You didn't do chapter 9? Oh. Why not? I feel like I may need to request chapter 9 of Celeste. Or was that you didn't do it on stream? Not that you've not done it, full stop. Oh god, I miss Mix's FTL. It feels like we're having a very slightly delayed conversation, which often means that I have no idea which of the things I just asked you're answering. Oh dear. Oh dearie. Right. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to set up a thingy. Sorry. I've got to add stuff to my to-do list because... otherwise I forget stuff. There we go. Right, anyway. Teapot! A whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yes. I guess. Oh, now they've moved places, so I can't remember what voice I did for this person. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. My hat's sliding again. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori, or that I was bribed with the promise of cupcakes. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so, it's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. Could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention. Like literature. Well, I mean, is this just another way of saying books? Or are we like the classics? Because I'd totally join a book club. Less so a classics thing. Especially at school. If there was a book club at school, that would have been very cool. We didn't do clubs at school. Maybe I should have started a book. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened. Anyway, how's everyone's weekends been going? You know, etc., etc. My woofie's falling off again. There we go. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Definitely a club devoted to Hunger Games and Twilight. Fair enough. I would join that. More for the Twilight. Hunger Games, the first book's okay. After that, it just sort of gets a bit weird. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yay! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I mean, I've read them all. I own them all. Dan, the first book was really great. The second book was okay. And the third book just was not great. In my opinion. We can have differing opinions, okay. And then they did the stupid thing of splitting like the third book into 2 movies, and it was like it was a terrible book and now you've made it worse. They did the same with Harry Potter and Twilight. But at least the Twilight one actually didn't make it worse, because they had a really cool fight scene. Which wasn't in the book, but did really, really do something in the movie. I was sitting in the cinema the entire time going, that didn't happen in the book! Which my friend kept rolling his eyes at me. people are saying, and it's like, yes, but and then it was turned out that the thing, and then I was like, oh, okay, that was cool. Yes, I have a t-shirt, or at least I had a t-shirt that I found a picture of earlier. It says movies ruining the book since whatever time, 1912 or whenever it was. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, Dan. And if I ignore the third book, I agree with you completely. I mean, sometimes movies and books could be the same, but, you know, there are very... I mean, you could probably count on the fingers of one hand a time where the movie was actually better than the book. Or the TV show was better than the book. Generally, they are worse. Yeah, we don't discuss that in this channel, though. I'm going to ban that universe from this channel because I always get angry about it. So, I think Bones. Bones is based on books. The books, well, I mean, I saw the TV show first. The TV show is excellent. The books, I think, possibly were ruined for me because of the TV show being so excellent. And there's going to be a Wheel of Time TV show that's coming out on Prime soon that I am interested in seeing how it goes, because the Sword of Truth TV series they did was so wrong. It should be set on fire and burnt. Exceptions we can think of where the movie is better than the book. Yeah, I can't, but I'm sure there must be. That's why I said very few. Generally, the book is better. Sometimes the movie does a great job, but I imagine it would have to be exceptional to be better than the book. But yeah, no, I can't think of any offhand. I can think of lots the other way around. But yes, right. Okay, I just want to get to the psychological horror and get through the cupcake part, so we're just going to carry on with the relay. Yeah. Yeah. Apparently the new June movie is pretty good. That's based on a book, but I haven't read the book or seen the movie, so I can't comment. Ooh, thank you for the follow. I need to turn off the transparency on that. Oh. I wasn't thinking of horror movies specifically. But I mean, Stephen King's books are really good. Though I don't recommend reading the one about the plane when you're actually on a plane. Really don't recommend doing that. Right. Remember, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with that level of enthusiasm about literature. Sojo, what types of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. I read it in an airport. My dad had the Stephen King books, and we took them on holiday, and we got stranded in the airport because this stupid pilot ran out of hours and there were mechanical difficulties. So, yeah, I read it in the airport, and then I read The one with the plane. I can't remember what it's called. On the plane. I think it's in a book of short stories. I'm not sure. But I'm not scared of clowns, so... But yeah, The Shining was a good movie with, is it Jack Nicholson that plays Jack? I'm really bad with names. We did a Halloween quiz at work, and it was like, oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah, but I don't know the name. We also slightly misidentified Jigsaw as the guy from Blade Runner. Possibly is the same actor, but wasn't the answer to the question. Was hilarious, though. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Oh, I thought of a movie where it's better than the books. Lord of the Rings. Not The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Because, oh my god, the third book. Why is it me in third books? There was a follow-up to The Shining. Oh. I don't really watch horror. That's Daisy's thing. Doctor Sleep! Thank you. I thought it was Doctor Sleep. Honestly, I had Doctor Sleep in my head and I was like, well, why would that be a book about an aeroplane? Or was that the sequel to The Shining? Doctor Sleep. But I had Doctor Sleep in my head anyway, so whatever my head. Oh, Shining. Okay, fine. Yeah, Lord of the Rings books, so tedious. I never finished the third book when I first read them. It took me about 15 years to come back to it and read through. But the films were delightful. And then The Hobbit, if they'd just made it one film, would have been amazing. But they made it 3 and ruined it. But yeah, Lord of the Rings films. There we go. There's the exception that proves the rule that every other film based on a book is terrible. Yeah. Lord of the Rings, such a hard read. I mean, the fact that they had no women in them and, you know, was just so much. Yeah, it was just, oh, and Tom Bombadil. I'd like to murder Tom Bombadil. Yeah. But they did a really good job with the movies, so. And Fellowship of the Ring, the first one. I just love the music. Oh dear, I've got a hairball. I've inhaled all the woofy hair. Yes! I think. I've read Michael Crichton. Did I read Jurassic Park or did I read Time? Is it Timeline? That was really good. Okay, Jurassic Park might be another exception. I don't know because I don't remember when I read the book. I know I've read Michael Crichton though. I'm fairly certain there's something like Timeline as one with a time machine thing. I'm now just going to stroke my head because it's soft. I'm never going to get through this game. I keep on getting distracted. Everyone's talking, but it's good. I want to talk, but also I want to get through to the bit that's supposed to be scary because at the moment it's all pink and cupcakes. And I've got fluff up my nose. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. I hear ya. But you know, like a lot of things, stories with a deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Aha! I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Mizuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Mizuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems? Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Mizuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Mizuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. No, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, then you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. That made her scared. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yay, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would all get us all a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Joe? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Oh, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look into, and I lose my train of thought. Four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Dejected eyes! I'm sorry, I thought. Joe? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oh, apparently I'm a lech. Great. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. I'm so happy. I want to age yet. Mostly because I've got wolf fluff in it. Okay, I should have shook this out probably before putting it on my head. Doki Doki Lecturers Club, yeah, exactly. Sayori wraps around her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Really did scare me for a moment. If we really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Joe, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, excuse me, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Joe, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. So Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Oh great, it's a dating sim. I thought this was supposed to be a horror game. Where's the moida? Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem! Pick words you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh dear God! Okay, can I save? Right, what the save on? Writing a poem. Okay. Flee, pleasure, fear, precious, wonderful, cage, tragedy, hurt, agonizing, uncontrollable. Alright. What do we think? What do we think, class? Team, stream, viewers? Feel like Jessie is voting for pleasure? Anyone else want to nominate a word? Page, okay. So Jessie has voted for pleasure. Oh no! We can't pick multiple. Oh, damn it. Okay, we went for pleasure. Sorry, Leaky. I thought I could select more than one. I probably could load. Yeah, it changed now, Dan. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I can... Okay. Alright, Inferno. Hi, Fan! Oh, okay, we're going for socks. Sorry. I wanted to do socks! Sorry, Lady McCree. Effulgent is a really good word, though. Fluffy. Oh! Oops. Why is it unlocking it? That's not my profile. Okay. Ah, well, never mind. That's not a word on here. So far, it's cupcakes and cute girls, and I haven't got to the horror. And also, it's apparently unlocked the achievement on the other profile that sound in and not mine. So that's interesting, but hey, it doesn't really matter. We're still playing it. Swimsuits, okay. I'm gonna go with incongruent because it's an awesome word. Yeah, I haven't got to anything dodgy or horror-y yet. In fact, we'll probably just spend our entire stream just eating cupcakes and making up poems. Massive. Also not on the page, Dan. You have to pick the word on the page. Extreme. Okay. Leaky. Oh, it was on the last page. So, well, you didn't get in there quick enough. Cupcakes. Yes, cupcakes are great. Comfort. signed in as me, yeah. But apparently not unlocking achievements. Because it didn't even get start a new game. Okay. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the achievements. Chocolate. Writing a poem. Writing a poem together. Okay, I'm gonna... Do I want to pick up on this page? I'm gonna go for sticky. Sorry Dan, you're too late. There's a bit of delay on these things. Essence. I like the music. But I should let Dan pick the next one because whistle. Okay, well I said I should let Dan pick the next one, so I did. Right, I want to go with poof, as in poof, disappears. Right, okay, yeah. Vivacious. Kitty! Intellectual. Okay. Email? That's a boring word. This is going to be a really weird poem. 3 more words to pick, I think. Possibly 4. Dazzle! Dan? Oh, actually no, boop. We're going with boop. Yeah, it has to be boop. I didn't see that. And Jesse, do you want to pick words? So it's a team effort. Could do bunny. I mean, does Milo want to pick a word, Dan? Would Milo like to go with the bunny? I don't know how long the delay is. So, 5. Ew. You could have picked a word in the time that you typed all that. Alright, well I'm going for bunny. Right, now pick a different word on this one. Oh no, we've got to go for parfait. Haven't we got to go for parfait? Milo picked shame. Because, you know, ogres are like onions. Parfait. Parfait has layers. Sorry, it's a Shrek reference for anyone that doesn't get my randomness. Well, Doki Doki. I don't know what a Doki Doki is. Kind of want to go for parfait. Any other contenders? Infinite. Okay, we'll do infinite then. Right, we picked a poem. We got an achievement. It was not on our profile. We are just ignoring that for now. Hi again, Joe. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Joe. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Mizuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Mizuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Mizuki pops back down into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Doki is time, and Doki Doki is throb. Okay. So it's either the Time Literature Club or the Throb Literature Club. Neither of which sounds particularly good. Joe always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. I'm getting misgendered. He helps me with busy work without even me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Oh, okay. So maybe it's more of a heartbeat? Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Joe can become really good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? What? Oh, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls down a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica could kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I thought we were reading a poem! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organised if someone else is just going to mess it up? Mizuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes around the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga, a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Mizuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. Oh, we should have gone with Parfait. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're going to judge, you can go do it through that glass on the door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. Didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing, Joe. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Mizuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the book. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colourful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. What? Mizuki grabs my arm and pulls me out the closet. Oh, hi, Sammy! Hi, Sammy. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Leaky. I was just pressing my button. Hello, how was Undertale? It's fine. It's fine, don't mind. How are you doing? Welcome, Sammy Raiders. Hi, my name is Joe. Today we are playing Doki Doki Literature Club. So far, I mean, there is promised sort of content warning type stuff, but so far we've just had cupcakes and books. I'm fine with that. So, yes. But hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. Hey! Hey, Sam. Oh yeah, hydrate. I should hydrate. I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm always tired. But, you know, better for streaming. I haven't played. Ooh. Doki Doki Literature Club. Exactly, Rob. Hi. Yeah, I haven't played Undertale yet. That's on my list. I'm going to be playing it for Extra Life, apparently. Just got a request for it. So I shall see. I've seen a couple of the streams, and it does seem like people die a lot, which, you know, it's always fun. But yes, come in, welcome. I'm Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. I stream indie games, mostly these days. Variety, point-and-click, puzzle, adventure, and lots of visual novels in which I do the voices. In 5 days' time, possibly less than 5 days' time, I don't know. Friday, 10 PM UK time, I am starting 24-hour stream for Extra Life, in which I am going to be streaming for 24 hours straight. Various games. I'm not going to be streaming the same game because I will get bored. Thank you, Leaky. Yes, so I'm starting 2 hours before the 6th because it was just easier that way. So many hours. Indeed, Sammy. 24 hours. So 10 PM on the Friday to 10 PM on the Saturday. To raise money for the Sick Kids Foundation through Extra Life. It's my 3rd year doing it. And yeah. We're trying something slightly different, starting late this year rather than early. There's a lot of vowels there. Hi. Sorry, I don't... Because I've got a shine coming from my ring light. It's already November there? Oh gosh, yeah. Because, yeah, it's, you're in the future. Thank you! That's my woofy hat. Well, I'm a Joe Wolf for Halloween. Because it's still Halloween here. So this is my costume. I've been waiting for it to wear this, which is pretty cool. Yes. Hello. So yeah, so we're plaking the Doki Doki Literature Club. We're playing the Doki Doki Literature Club. And hopefully at some point we will get something other than cupcakes and books. As promises of horror. We have not got that far yet, so we shall continue with the story. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Nope, this is my first time playing this. Huh, why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! Make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't I already expect to be sitting this close to her either? Not that I can say that it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. It's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Apparently I'm playing a guy who is a lech. At least that's what I'm interpreting him as. So, you know. I maybe shouldn't have named them Joe. But it didn't say, just name the character. It didn't say it was going to be a horny high school boy. Anyway, hope everyone is having a good weekend. And doing okay. And welcome to Storytime with Joe. Don't worry, maybe I'll die at some point, Sammy. It's okay. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? See, we get a picture of her. Why couldn't we have a picture of the cupcakes? They sounded so pretty. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? He's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like you could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. It's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. Don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Geez, that's enough. You're gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Nazuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Nazuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favourite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Oh, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Nazuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. Stop calling girls bossy! But if she's not used to sharing her favourite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Nazuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. But you do look pretty cozy over there. Huh? Yeah. Nazuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Right. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Nazuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said... Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I said that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. Just think I have. Reading manga is not like reading a normal book. It takes longer because you've got, pictures that tell the story. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I think got partway through the volume so far. Might fall behind on some of the shows if I tried to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Nazuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their pens. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf from a spiral notebook. Torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I could already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Right, let's see what we composed. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, who was it that was writing poems? I think was it Nazuki we're bonding with a little bit. She wrote a poem. Maybe her first, or Yuri picked out a book for us. Sayori's our friend. We don't really know Monica. Probably not Monica. Does anyone have any... You know, I generally let stream decide these things. So we got votes for who we should show our poem to first. Bear in mind, I don't know that it's got a kitty in it. There we go. Got my hats on straight. I do like the music in this game. It's very good. Should do polls in these situations. Sayori because she's my friend. Yep, I like that. Whoa, more raids. I'm a subterfuge. Hi. Ha! Got in there first. How was Zombie Army 4? It sounds quite intense. Hi, subterfuge. Hi, I'm a. Hi, raiders. All the peoples today. Thank you. Feeling very loved. It's fun. Good. We're just voting on who we share our poem with, which if you're just new to the stream, I'm going to have no context whatsoever. We've got one vote for Sayori, who is our friend. We just read some manga with Natsuki. Yuri picked out a book for us, and Monica, so far we've not had any interaction with. So of course Fen wants to share it with Monica. Okay. All the people right here, right now, right here, right now. I just like the music. Right, okay, so now we've got conflicting votes. I've got one for Sayori, one for Monica. Monica is the best girl, but we've not really had any interaction with her. I'm guessing you've played this before then, Fen. No? Oh. There's no place I'd rather be. That is sweet. Okay. You started it but got distracted. Okay. I'd say I need someone to break the tie, but I'm guessing that everyone here is going to be contrary and just pick. So it's going to end up with me picking, and so I may as well just pick, possibly. Alright, I'm inclined to go towards Dan's suggestion of sharing it with our friend because she's less likely to be judgmental. So we'll go with Sayori for now. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Joe. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. Can we read the poem? It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you couldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll be breaking my promise. See? It's like I said before, Joe. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori still sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Yes, I'm a guy in a club with 4 beautiful women. Kill me now. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Okay. We'll see about that. Alright. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially... Oh, damn it. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I mean, mine was so random, the words I picked. Oh, okay. Who should we show it to next? Should we show it to Monica next then? Because that's what Fen wanted to do. I want to read my poem. Not everyone else's. I want to read what we wrote. Hi, Joe. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to clear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Joe. We're all a little embarrassed today, don't you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Joe. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Yeah, we had kitties in, didn't we? Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yeah. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They may even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbour? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. The hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Ooh. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's still kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something on the page and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Or, as my boss likes to say, perfect is the enemy of good. And as I like to say, if you try to get it perfect, then basically sometimes for perfectionists it's either all or nothing. It's either got to be perfect or it's terrible and they can't do a thing. So it's best to do something even if it's not perfect. Which I think is basically the same thing there. Okay, who should I show? Now we're going to show to Natsuki because I get to pick one, and then Yuri, sorry, you're going to be last. Okay, well let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Well, what's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this one, I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when reading this. Yeah, me too. It's like, well, but practice makes perfect, which means inherently that it's never going to be perfect on the first go anyway. And that's why we practice stuff. Or you have to break a lot of eggs to make an omelette. That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh! Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if there's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. I still want to see my poem! Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Ooh, I like it. They're all very different. They're all very them, I think. Yeah, told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. She really has a self-esteem issue. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Guess not. I just so humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, who should I show? Well, show next. We've only got Yuri, so we don't really have a choice there. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guessed that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. Didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognise in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different styles and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light. It's a really hard font to read, so bear with me. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's cool as well. They're all really good poems, but I still want to read what it wrote for me. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. That's okay. I managed to read it. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Joe. Really? Must have totally missed the point. I suppose you did only glance over it after all. You told me I took a long time reading it. Make your mind up. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering to her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Excuse me? Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. They're not going to show us the poem, are they? Like they didn't show us the cupcakes. After we picked all those words beautifully. I wanted to see how they made it all fit together. Anyway, it's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say that it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is, cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Joe did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Joe liked my poem too, you know. He even told me how he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? Didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Great. They're fighting over me. Wonderful. Wonderful. I just worked myself on the top of my head. I need to get some tea. Oh, and it's 5 o'clock already. Okay. We've still not got to the horror. I feel like this might need another session and then it's no longer Halloween. Oh well, we tried. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Joe appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Joe started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki's a little man. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they'd just noticed I was standing there. Joe! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true, she started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Yeah. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Joe. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Joe? Well... how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... Natsuki, Yuri, or... Help me, Sayori! What do we think, chat? I mean, I agree with both of them, but that's because, you know, everyone has different styles, and, you know, you do one that suits you. I don't particularly want them fighting over me. And, you know, Natsuki let me have manga, Yuri's picked out a book for me, you know, everyone's being nice. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Or, let me leave you on that decision as to who we do a thinky for, and I'm going to go make some tea. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Have a conversation in the void. I'll be right back. Okay, so apparently no one has any specific opinion. So I'm just gonna go, help me, Sayori. Possibly. Or possibly I just picked Nazuki. Either which way. It doesn't really matter. Ah, hair on my face. By the way, if you are new to the channel, feel free to drop me a follow. So you can find out when I'm streaming next, and in 5 days' time, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream for charity, so I would appreciate if you are able to drop by and hang out and chat. Get your friends to come. I'd be very grateful. Stay awake for 24 hours. I need the company, so please do come back. Thank you, Leaky. I need to update that on the day to say if you put a message in, the little box over there will speak it as well, so you can say something funny on stream. Yeah, 24 hours is tough. I have done it twice now, though, so I feel like I've sort of got a hang on it. I've just got to have some good games to play so I don't start getting bored, and also need people to talk to, because time goes incredibly fast when I'm talking to people. But yeah, I think I've got it. But yeah, starting at Friday at 10 PM GMT. Game day is November 6th. I'm starting 2 hours before game day officially in the UK, just to try something different this year. And various other people are also doing the stream. Ima is, and Jessie is, that I know of, that are here. So we'll be... when are you doing yours, Ima? I think, didn't you say you're splitting yours into 2? Because hopefully I'll catch at least some of one of it, depending on how much overlap there is. Because I do like watching other people's streams. This is also why I wanted to start a little earlier than I usually do, because it means that I can then catch other people's streams. Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 8. Okay. Central... I'm doing maths now. Are you the same time zone as Jessie? Or are you slightly different time zone as Jesse? He's an hour ahead. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I probably will miss day 1 because I'll be streaming and then I'll be sleeping. But I will definitely catch you day 2. Come and support. Yes, I don't... Yeah, just to clarify, don't expect everyone to be here for the entire 24 hours, unless Alkashi apparently intends on staying up for 3 days straight. But if you're around, want some background noise, or just, want to drop by and say hi, then, I would appreciate the company and everything. And any suggestions for games that might be cool to play on stream, and I'm going to try and set back and set up marbles so that you don't have to watch me eat. You can actually play marbles while I'm eating, because I will have to take breaks for eating. Ugh, 3 days. No, we don't want to have everyone for 3 days. 1 day is bad enough. I mean, I've done slightly longer when I was at university, but I was, half my age then, so. But yeah, so drop in, drop out, bring your friends, say hi, come and chat, It should be fun. Should be fun. Yeah, hopefully this time period will work better for me. Because I've been... Yeah, I mean, usually, like, the first year it was fine, because the only thing that went wrong was I was really hungry because I forgot to plan an extra meal. But tired-wise, I was fine. The second year, I didn't, which was last year, I didn't sleep very well. So I was tired earlier, which wasn't good. Wasn't hungry though. Got the hungrier part right. So I'm hoping this year I get both the not being hungry and also the not getting too tired part right. And maybe, yeah, starting in the evening for me, finishing the evening will just be better. Yeah, I'm just hoping it works, basically. Hoping it works. And that I can manage to balance my sleep before so that I'm not too tired for the stream. Because, you know, it's like, oh, I will just try and get extra sleep. That doesn't work. So I'm just going to try and wonk my sleep pattern to end up with sleep. And maybe have a nap. Because naps are good. So yeah. Alright, let's see what our cowardly approach did. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Joe? Well, that's her problem. It isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her so upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why no one likes... Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that, and Yuri's boobs are the same size as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori, you are amazing! Thank you. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? You'd hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. But I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Joe, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a bit more about the kind of poem that everyone likes. With any luck, that means at least I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Joe, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. Truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. you. You know, Joe, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Date! Can we get to the moida, please? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this. We're writing another poem, team! Poem 2. Okay. Different words. Okay, we're still going with socks. I like socks. Alright. This is where the stream writes the poem, but we don't get to see it, so go nuts. Pick a word. You can only pick one word per page. I will take the first word that someone suggests, unless there's a particular word that I want to veto, because there are some words I don't like. The sillier the better. No things, and I will occasionally pick one if there's one I like on the page particularly. So, go for it. Pick a word, any word. Well, no. One of the 10 words that is currently visible that is not history, save, load, or settings. Please. We started with socks, so our poem is about socks. I really like socks. Apparently this year I'm getting everyone socks for Christmas. Which is not a bad thing, because I like present ideas, and socks are cool. Treasure, okay? Oh, no, we're going with kitty. So socks and kitty. Maybe some of the same combinations as last time. So maybe don't pick the same words as last time unless you're me and want to pick socks and kitty. But yes. Feel free to contribute words. Shiny. Cool. Ambient. Ambient's a good word. And boop! Fluffy! Okay. I'll stop now. We're totally going to write the Zuki poems with cute fluffy socks booping kitties. I am so covered in fluff, it's ridiculous. 1. Blanket. Feel free to contribute words, everyone else. Otherwise, it's just going to end up me and Nikki writing a poem, which is not bad, but you know. Come on. Teamwork. Unless everyone's gone to sleep or making dinner. In which case, I'm going to go with Bubbles. Puppy. Oh. Sorry. Variants. Fluffy! Sorry, Leaky. Just pick some words. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just sitting here forever otherwise. Because everyone is lurking. Ow. After image. Nice. Sticky! We could put something really, like, random in, like, anxiety or massacre. Games. Okay. Nibble. And we're going to end with hope. Because otherwise it's taking too long. Because people is lurking, which is cool. I'm happy with lurking. Okay. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. How you doing? Yep, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Can you want me to buy a snack? Yeah, the fun lazy game lurks with friends. Yeah. No thanks. Huh? It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Huh? Why is that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Ha! Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. She turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ha! I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. It's not fair. Did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. Give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Not always true. Aha! Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in a book as always. Ah! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Joe to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. Ah! Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Ha! Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club even before she even told me. What would come if it wasn't for the cupcakes? So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! Huh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Suki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. I want to see the food. It's like the strawberry cupcake. Strawberry vanilla, whatever lemonade. There was a really cute one that we played when we first got onto Twitch and it showed us all the food and it was lovely. It's not showing us the food. We want the food. We want to see the cute cupcakes that look like cats. We want to see the cookie. It's not too much to ask. If you're going to make us look at cute girls, we want to see the cute food too. You're going to submit a bug report that there is no cupcakes and no cookies. Bug report. Not a feature. Should be cute. Cute. We want the cute. Especially if in a psychological horror game. which is still not psychological yet. We're still doing poems. I want the murder. The horror. The screaming. It's Halloween. I feel like I'm channeling one of my TikTok favorites. Possibly because I'm wearing the wolfie hat. But it's okay. I can be petulant when it's about cookies. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps a hand over her mouth. Bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie. Nazuki takes a bite out of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Nazuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Yay! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful. Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. The girls are in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. Maybe she's moided. I hope she's okay. You fell asleep, Dan. You missed the second poem. We put in a puppy, though, for you. Put in a puppy. Milo was in the poem. Even though we won't get to see the poem, Milo is still in the poem. Of course she's okay. She probably just has something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Milo uses you as a pillow and you can't... That is so cute. This is acceptable. Everyone is allowed to fall asleep during my stream if I'm doing the silly voices. It's what story time with Joe is sometimes about. It's about helping people get to sleep. Certainly hoping that people fall asleep appropriately during my extra live stream. And are awake when I'm when I'm falling asleep to keep me up. And the last possibly 8 hours? I don't know. I can't necessarily do the maths. I'll have a Jessie in my ear as well. Or possibly for some of that. I'm not quite sure what the logistics are going to be. We're definitely going to be doing Operation Tango. But we may end up doing one of our other games that we've earmarked. As well. While we're on. I haven't yet had a conversation with him about that. Because time zones and streams and stuff. So we may have to catch up a different time. Yeah, well, I mean, feel free to sort of like leave it on in the background. You know, views are good. If the numbers are nice, then it makes me feel happier, even if people are just lurking. Because lurkers are welcome. As long as everyone's not lurking at the same time. And then I'll just get sad, because I'll be like, I can see sad people talk to me. But I don't want to force anyone to talk to me either. It's conflicting. Why am I acting like a small child? I don't know. I think I'm channeling Woofy, and also channeling the girls. Really silly. I is a silly. I like the music in this game. It's cool. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. It's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. Huh? That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. Always wanted to learn piano. So cool! You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Hey! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Joe. Monica smiles sweetly. Didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapades. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her books, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. It's not long before Natsuki comes up to me expectantly. Yeah, don't worry, I kept my promise. Pull the first volume of Parfait Girls out from my bag. Natsuki takes it from my hands, then quickly turns it over, presumably to check for wrinkles. Hey, I'm not that careless. I handle Magna all the time, you know. Just wanted to make sure. You blame me for being paranoid. I don't give people my manga every day, you know. That's true. I don't blame you. Well, anyway, let me put this one back. I'm gonna get the next one, okay? Natsuki makes her way to the closet. I follow. So you're gonna tell me everything you thought, right? Where did this volume leave off again? I forget. The chapter ended when Minori and Alice found... Monica! Natsuki's voice resonates out from inside the closet. Huh? I peer inside. All of Natsuki's books are lined up on the top shelf. Did you move my manga again? Sorry. The teacher got mad at me for taking so much space in her closet, so I had to move some stuff around and clean up a little bit. It's all still there, I just had to organise it a bit. Ugh! The top shelf is far above Natsuki's head. She makes a futile hop, trying to figure out how to reach her manga. Jeez! This is so inconvenient. I'm moving all these back down. There's plenty of room on these shelves. And besides, really pretty to look at when they're all lined up. Did you waste all that on the top shelf? Mizuki? There's a stool on the wall over there. In the closet, there's a collapsible stool that's hanging on the wall. If you want, I can reach up there and hand them to you. I can get them myself. Natsuki grabs the stool from the wall and unfolds it. You think I'm too short or something? I knew it. Well, you know what? Just watch me. Mizuki hops onto the stool, which ends... Woo! Crap. Which ends up being a little wobbly because of its collapsible design. Be careful. I know what I'm doing. Standing on the stool, Natsuki's fingertips reach the top shelf. The stool would be enough for me to easily grab the books, but Natsuki is being stubborn as usual. Natsuki uses her fingers to scoot one of the smaller boxes to the edge of the shelf. See? Yeah! The box suddenly tips. Natsuki barely catches it before it falls to the floor. The stool wobbles. What? Losing balance, Mizuki hops off the stool. Thankfully, she was able to stay on her feet. She holds the box triumphantly. Nah! Having almost fell, Mizuki is a bit shaken up. Jeez. To prove yourself to me, there's no way you'll be able to get the bigger boxes like that. I can reach them, so just... I said I can do it! I don't want your help, okay? Sigh. I'm going to get a chair, so just hang on. Mizuki forces her way past me out of the closet. Let's see. The classroom chairs have the desks attached, so they're too inconvenient to fit into the closet. Aha! Mizuki trots over to the teacher's desk, which has a computer chair behind it. She rolls it on its wheels back over to the closet. It's a little dangerous since the chair swivels and rolls, but I've already learned my lesson, so I keep my mouth shut. Shh. Mizuki climbs on the chair and slowly balances onto her feet. Since she refuses my help, I take a seat, my back against the side of the doorway, and simply watch. There we go. See, I can easily do it now. Mizuki grabs a snack of manga and bends down to put it on the shelf below. Ah! The chair swivels. Mizuki catches herself on the shelf. What are you doing? Can you at least hold the chair steady instead of sitting and doing nothing? Hot chocolate! Oh, I should make some hot chocolate later. Who was it who told me not to help? Yeah, I got you. Hold the chair while Mizuki reaches back up. I can almost see up her skirt. Dude! I forced myself to turn away. Force? Dude! Mizuki seriously didn't think this through. When she realizes I'll be dead. Ha! Mizuki wraps her arms around the Parfait Girl's boxer, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey, Joe. I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry up and take this one. Huh? But then I have to let go of the chair. It's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. Slowly release my grip from the chair. Stand up. Mizuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Mizuki looks like she just realised something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Mizuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look at my... Mizuki's legs shake. I'm not, I was just... Mizuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You perv! You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. Ah! The chair suddenly swivels beneath Mizuki's feet. Mizuki. Huh? The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from underneath Mizuki's feet. Frantically, I try and catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the book goes flying. I got you. Need to find my cat brush and brush the wolf hat. I just got all excited with the words and then inhaled a lot of hair. Choking. Oh, damn, right. Let's try that again. The full force of Mizuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Mizuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. Ugh! My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Slowly, Mizuki comes to her senses. She presses her arms straight into me to prop herself up. Mizuki seems to realise that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross! My fist pounds into my chest. Mizuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking, you sicko? Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica! See what happens when you put the manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. And one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't. Somehow it's impossible for me to explain the whole bizarre situation to Monica. Didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no! My. I look down. Mizuki is kneeling on the floor holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page she's desperately trying to smooth out. I must have landed on the page. Mizuki tries a bit more to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly she gives up and slams the book shut and then throws it on the floor. Instead of continuing to yell, she just lowers her head. Oh. Mizuki, are you... No! Mizuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? It's partially my fault, so... Mizuki shakes her head, still looking down. No! Don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Mizuki sobs again. Didn't mean to take it out on you. Really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Mizuki shakes her head. Just every day. It's so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Mizuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do. Alright. Well, I'll help clean this up. And I'll move the rest of your manga for you. Pick up volume 2 of Parfait Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up a bit, right? We can get started on it once I'm done here. Mizuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. Huh? That sounds really strange coming from Mizuki. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know. Mizuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes is silent between us as I begin gathering the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Mizuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Mizuki wanted to put it. Then I get on the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Mizuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Mizuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good! Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. You're taking responsibility for what you said. But think about cheering me up, if you insist. Hot chocolate would also be good. We sit in the same spot as last time and I open the second volume. Mizuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of a lot of subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed with how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has good taste after all. After some time, Monika gets our attention as usual. It's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now? Yep. Even you sound more enthusiastic this time. I'm starting to get into it, you know. Told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? I'm going to show Natsuki to cheer her up. Because I pick lots of cutesy things. And parfait. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now she must have read it more than once. Huh? Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, what's the problem with me trying to impress you? I'll tell you, Mizuki's face freezes like she just realised something. You're trying to impress me? Mizuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced, Mizuki quickly walks out the room. Hey Joe, did you do something to Mizuki? Just saw her rush out like that. Didn't do anything terrible, did you? No. Just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Mizuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She reads through it, her smile not fading from her face. I see. You wrote this for Mizuki, didn't you? I mean... not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day, too? Surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Joe? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. I didn't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? Well, you don't need to answer that. It was just something for you to think about. Hey! Mizuki comes up and snatches the poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. Ugh! You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that. Huh? But Joe wrote this poem. And we're supposed to share with everyone, right? Mizuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well I think Joe is done sharing this poem with everyone. It's not like anyone would want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this. If you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Never mind. Mizuki. I'll give you the poem. It's not really fair to Sayori. She hasn't got to read it yet. So what? Guess Joe is right, Mizuki. It's not fair if you don't let everyone finish reading it. Fine. Mizuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. And that's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm going to tell everyone. I feel like in the modern world this has a really good allegory to other things that are particularly relevant. But I'm going to go with spiders. For now. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. But she does mean what I think she means. And it helps people realise how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easier to relate to. Oh, maybe it wasn't what I was thinking then. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something you're afraid that people find out they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn how to respect others for liking weird things. And you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. You know, I'm glad that you can appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I know I was talking about that yesterday, but I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. Okay, I feel like the days are going to be lots of talking and sharing poems, so we will do more of this. Possibly even story time. For Extra Life. Because there is definitely more to this game than this. And I need to know more. We're going to show Sayori next. Because we specifically said we wanted to show it to her. Ooh, I like this one, Joe. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. Ha! That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. That is exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. Do you think about yourself once in a while? If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. Can't see you liking something sad, Sayori? Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. Make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Joe. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Wow. These are really deep. Holy crap, exactly. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. You taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. He thinks Sayori might have ADHD, based off the messy room and based off 2 sentences of her personality, or 3 sentences of her personality. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. I don't know, Yuri? I don't know. It bugs me that she was mean to Nazuki. Hi again, Joe. That was kind of silly with Nazuki earlier, wasn't it? I'm glad the two of you have been getting along so well. That's one way of putting it. Anyway, I already read your poem, but you can go ahead and read mine now. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. What? Save me. Load me. Save me, load me? I feel like there's all I know about this game is that there are some things that need trigger warnings, trauma warnings. Like, it goes deep and it's sort of psychological, but there have been a couple of things now that are sort of suggesting to me a little bit like the Nonary games, the Zero Escape trilogy, with the whole timey-wimey stuff. There was the whole thing about cheating. And then there was just that save me, load me. So I'm wondering. So we're going to finish the poems, and then we'll save for today, and then we'll pick up, or we'll do the walk home, and then when we maybe save to start the poem. I don't know. I feel like we want to just save at the end of this day. And then I need to figure out what's going on with the achievements that are not unlocking on my profile. But that's beside the point. I'll sort that out later. Yeah, I think because we're nearly at the end of the stream time. This has been really good. Not as Halloweeny as I thought it was going to be. And Jesse's just gone live. I don't know if he's on a delay though. Yeah, Save Me, Load Me suggests something fourth wall breaky, suggesting that there's some sort of timeliney type thing. So we'll see. I feel like this definitely going to involve more playing through on stream. Definitely going to involve more playing through on stream. Maybe not 100% because I've got a feeling that there's, well, unless it really, is Nonary Games-esque, because you know how much I love those types. So we may do that, but we'll possibly consider doing this for story time, or possibly just pick it up for the Sunday streams for the next couple of Sundays. We'll see how it goes, basically. But we'll just finish off this day, figure out who we're going to raid. Probably Jesse, unless he's on a delay, because delay is annoying for raiding, unless someone else has an idea. So yeah, we'll see who's online. Oof. Maybe someone could check whether Jesse's on a delay or not. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Okay, why are the writing tips now feeling like someone's giving me instructions on how to play the game? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh my god, we're in a simulation! Yuri. We've only got Yuri left. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Joe. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Hi, Jerry's. Metaphors can go a long way. Look away. Look away. I'm almost done, actually. But hi. Don't feel like you need to work your brain, like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. It's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for me today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I sliced the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. I feel myself again. It sounds a little metaphorical for something else. This is a deep game. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's okay, dumb guy. It's okay. We'll figure it out for you. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Didn't Azuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Oh, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put anything together good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparation. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. Ooh! Well then we'll go raid Flossie then. Go raid Flossie. Say hi. Follow the Halloween trend. Especially if it's a charity thing. It's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yes, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori is putting it all on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. Raising money for Mind? Cool. I shall do a raid, bathroom, and then come back and check. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yay! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. But it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around everyone's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Hey, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is all too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply unnatural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality, glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. Oh, it's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Sayuri is down for the count. Okay! I guess I'm next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Aha! Aha! Sorry, I giggled. Sayuri. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayuri begins a poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayuri. Ha! Even Joe liked it! I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? Came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Oh, okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Joe. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Joe lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. We still don't get to see the poem! Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then, that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She halves back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. It's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'll be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort in for the club. Makes me really happy. Stop bending over like that! It's weird. Yes, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait! I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through. It's for the sake of the club. And impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Joe, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like, how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day, Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... I'm going to save. Really need the loot. Get to the end of the day. I would still walk home with Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Nazuki? Huh? But she's so cute and fun to be around. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Joe. You think about me too much sometimes. Nazuki would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? And I'm just going to leave it there, I think. Because it feels like a good ending point. Because we'll have to write another poem. And I really need to end the stream. So we're going to go raid Fossey and say hi. And say hi. So thank you to Sammy and Ima for the raids today. My head's hot now. Oh, look at my hair. Thank you to Sammy and Ima for the raids today. Thank you everyone for chatting. It's been awesome. I'm back on Tuesday, 8 PM UK time, which is GMT now. So I'll see you then. And yeah, and just remember, 5th of November, 10 PM UK time, I'm starting my extra live stream. So please come say hi. I'm streaming for 24 hours, so there's plenty of it to be had. Yeah, cool. All right, I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. So much for watching. Catch you later. Have a great rest of your weekend.